What's up, my dudes? I have a quick announcement. Next week on Wednesday, I'm doing a small test and I wanted to invite a few of you into it. I am doing 20-minute Zoom slots, a kind of private consultation. So on Wednesday, February 18th, 2026, I'm opening up 3 one-on-one Zoom calls. They are 20 minutes each. This is not a big program. It's an experiment and it is free. It is not a class. So let's talk about why I'm doing this. Well, here's the idea. I make a lot of videos that are relatively dense, and a lot of you watch them and then you're like, huh? So what I want to do is I want to test a format where I can look at real work or deal with real questions and give tight, practical responses in real time. So what will we talk about? Well, the default version you can think of as a portfolio review. You could bring, as an example, a set of work, images, a PDF, a website, or whatever. And what we would do is we would look at it together. But it doesn't have to be strictly about a portfolio. If you want to use your 20 minutes to talk through something from one of my previous videos, learning faster, critique structure, how to sequence work, how to clarify your concept, how to stop making random stuff and start making coherent bodies of work, how to sell work, that's fair game, or any of the other more philosophical questions that have been on my channel. You can think of it as a kind of private consultation. So think of it like this: a portfolio review or a targeted consultation based upon the stuff that I've already put out. Now, an important note, just so that there's no confusion, this is independent and it's not connected to my role at Cranbrook. It's not a parallel mentoring program, although it could be. One possible template for it is admissions coaching for graduate school or advice on how to get into a grad program. But this could be about anything that I've discussed on the channel or advice about life or work. Now, my availability, again, I am available from 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 3 p.m. on that Wednesday. The calendaring application that I'm using will allow you to book whatever works for you during the 8 a.m. Eastern Standard to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on that Wednesday. But again, only 3 people are getting booked. Now, here's how it works. You go to my Calendly link, which is here on the screen. It's also in the description below, and it's the first pinned comment. Actually, it's over here. And when you book it, Calendly automatically does 2 things. It generates a Zoom link automatically, so you don't have to email me and I don't have to chase you down. The appointment is booked, you have the link, and we're good to go. So to make the 20 minutes actually count, I would ask that you would do a tiny bit of prep. Don't waste your time, and don't waste mine, but primarily don't waste your time. This is what the screen would look like. So over here is what the first screen would look like. There are 3 of these slots. It will lead you to this screen where you can actually book the time with me, and it'll provide you with that link. So I would ask that you would make a small PDF, like 8 to 15 slides or pages, or a website that you can scroll. Again, if the private consultation has more to do with just straight ideas, that's totally fine. You don't need to do that. And then I would ask that you come in with a single sentence, one sentence that tells me what you want from this time together. For example, I want to tune this portfolio to possible grad school admission. Now, I want this to read more like contemporary art, or I'm trying to build out my thesis or a thesis body of work. Can you help me with that? So the single sentence is going to be our steering wheel, and without it, I really think that we might be wasting part of the 20 minutes. You don't have to overthink it. It doesn't need to be hyper-intellectualized. So what I believe that you'll leave with, my promise is that in 20 minutes, I'm going to try and cut through the crap. I'm going to try to give you something that you can actually use. The clearest read of what your work is communicating, the biggest issue holding you back. I'm going to not try to give you vague encouragement and just say, well, your work is interesting. So the actual next steps: 3 people who sign up first get the spots. That's it. If you miss it, don't panic, because as I mentioned, this is a test. If it works, I will do more rounds, but this is a test ultimately for some kind of staggered paid level of memberships. We'll see how it runs. Again, there's a link on the screen. So if you want one of the 3 20-minute Zoom consultations or sessions, they are on this coming Wednesday, February 18th, 2026, because videos exist on the internet forever. Hit the Calendly link below. You will get a Zoom link, bring a tight set of work, images, or questions. So let's see if this thing hits. Let's see if this is worth our time. So, all right, 3 sessions next Wednesday. I will see 3 of you there. Ciao.